What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to talk about Tony Gonzalez because a lot of you guys were wondering, is he a guy that you can go out there and moss dudes with? Well, we did spend the 120K and we got the 2500 training and we powered him up right to where he is. Well, I don't know exactly what we did as far as trying to get his card right now. We're probably not going to go after his card right now because it's kind of expensive, but this is the numbers that he's at right now. All right, so let me just go ahead. Let me pull up the other screen. I know he's at wide receiver, so he's not at the 88 that you guys would be used to having him at, 88 overall at the tight end position, but this is where he is right now. All right, so the cost for this is like $24.68. 2500 training, like I said, is about 120K if you snipe it. The prices have gone up for the 88 overall cards. I just want to make sure you guys know that, so it will require some sniping. The good thing about it is he does get deep out elite at the second box, so you don't need to max him out. The only thing that you're going to be missing is the speed. All right, the first tier, you can see that he gets like the short stuff. You need the deep stuff in order to be able to moss dudes uncontrollably. So, a lot of you guys have been asking like specifically what's going on with it. What do you need? That's something that you absolutely do need in order to be able to get the animation. If you do not have these animations, sometimes you'll get fluke to where your guy will jump and the defender won't jump. But this game is geared towards the defense, which is why a lot of you guys may notice that the players are picking the ball off way before the play even starts. It's one of the most ridiculous things that I've ever seen in a video game, but the predetermined animations, it pretty much takes over, which is why right now, because the game is like more of a man coverage type game, you're going to be able to do a lot of different things by having a threat like Tony Gonzalez out there and being able to throw it up to him, because they're going to have to double team him. So that opens up drags, it opens up the run game, it opens up a lot of stuff because they cannot give you one-on-ones if you understand that this ability and throwing the ball up to him, properly will result in, maximum yardage. All right. So I wanted to make sure you guys understood that this guy is absolutely worth it. So what happened to Drew Bennett? Drew Bennett had to go. Now, remember, Drew Bennett's card is a route runner card. What you're going to have to look at, like, you see like how these guys have vertical threats? I'm noticing that the more likely, it's not even all about the ability. Sometimes it's about, the way the archetype is, even though they get the ability, which is something new because Drew Bennett often did not jump. Jermichael Finley is going to jump. I tried out some stuff with Gonzalez. He jumps, even though he's relatively slow. So those are just some of the things I wanted to point out to you guys, kind of give you some insight into it to make you understand. The speed factor, because he's a vertical threat and he has a decent deep route running, which is kind of weird. I just want to point that out because he has an 87, and we're going to go check out Tony Gonzalez in a second. What happens is these guys can burn dudes one-on-one, okay, because their deep route running rating, it allows them to get past, especially if they press. Now remember, if you're pressed, these guys are a lot slower, all right? So because they're slower, if you lob the ball, they may give the corner that's a lot faster, obviously, the potential to pick the ball off. I wanted to point that out because some of you guys were having issues with that. I want to make sure that we're very, very clear. Even if you beat the press, if you're playing against a guy like, Team Builder, AJ Terrell or whatever, he has 90 speed. So when when your opponent clicks on, EA Sports has this weird thing with a boost to where the defenders get super fast. It doesn't make any sense, but it's been in the game for the last couple of years. So they get a speed rush and they're able to get up there and get it. And because these guys are so slow, you may have that issue. One of the alternatives you can do is probably high pass it, so you get it up a little bit higher so that they, sometimes they won't be able to pick it. But in most cases, they allow the player to get back up. Now, I don't have the space to put him at tight end because I know that's going to be another question. Obviously the Kansas City Chiefs, his chemistry for team is not counted, but I'm not a Kansas City Chief theme team anyway, so it doesn't matter. Starting him at wide receiver doesn't affect me at all. But I just wanted to make sure that I pointed that out because the way that it is, it just looks weird, but everything still works. His ability still works. All the stuff is still good. So you don't have any issues with that. All right, so let me go over here now and show you what I was talking about. The deep route running on Jermichael Finley, you saw that it was an 87 chemmed up, right? Now, this guy right here, his deep route running is a lot lower. So 76, but for some reason he still jumps and he still gets the same, go deep animations. Now that's why I'm thinking it has to do with the archetype, because the route runner who was Drew Bennett, he was not able to get the same type of movement against the defender one-on-one. So that's a huge thing to understand. Similarly with the wide receivers, you're going to want to look for vertical threats like, you know, Calvin Johnson and Randy Moss. That should be their archetype. So unless EA, you know, decides to change it, that should be something that they should be able to do, and you'll be able to see it like visibly. You'll see them, you know, attack the defender one-on-one, and it's like, it's crazy the way that they get positioning because of their archetype. So I definitely wanted to point that out. So what I would encourage you guys to do is to decide, you know, do you want to get rid of another player and try out Tony Gonzalez? Because he might be somebody that you can actually utilize that's going to make a difference in your game. All right. So when you look at the prices of his card right now, even though we sold Drew Bennett, like I told you guys, I'm not in a rush to really spend anything, because everything right now, look, put it like this, right? If you're trying to win games defensively, I don't know if you need the man coverage corners, because we tried that and they were pretty much trash. You just need fast corners, right? So you can pretty much get Trey Waynes. You get a lot of these guys that are just super fast and play man-to-man coverage defensively, and you should be good. But offensively, you're going to have to, you know, you're going to have players that can get open, that can do stuff. Now, the one drawback for this card, obviously, you know, he's very, very slow, right? So that's something that you're going to have to really watch. Now, that's down to 316. That's still 75. We could actually afford him right now at that 316 rate, right? So we could probably go ahead and hold up. 316 though? That's crazy. Should we buy him right now? 51 minutes has been up. I wonder what's going on. Why are people doing that? We'll go ahead and buy him. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try to complete the set right now, because what happens is all day yesterday he was at like 430, whatever, like higher prices. Now we do have those trophies. So we're going to go into the store right now and go ahead and make as many coins as possible and see if we can upgrade that situation of Tony Gonzalez. Now remember, if another card comes out that's suitable, that can meet the criteria that we're looking for, we would simply sell Tony Gonzalez. All right. Now we're probably it's gonna cost us a little bit over 400K, obviously, because that was just 316. So we're gonna have to kind of figure out what we need to do and how we need to do it in order to finish it. But this is why I tell you guys, when you see something that's really, really crazy, unless it's just like, yo, I just bought a bundle and I don't care, like whatever, you should just wait and be patient, because that's usually gonna help you out a lot. Now, again, I don't know how, we probably gonna get like 75K out of this. I don't know what's going to happen with this right here, but that's why I told you guys I'm going to do house rules. I don't care what was going on. I know that also with the way that the game has been for Weekend League over the weekend, it's been kind of wild, but you still have to go ahead and try to get as much as you can out of the game, dude. Like, because what happens is, you know, things like this, I wouldn't be able to do this if I didn't get those additional trophies. Obviously, some of the trophies were glitched, so I was, you know, we all got a little bit lucky for the most part, but you know, just playing the game and understanding exactly what's going on, that's something that, you know, when they put out these promos, I'm going to let you guys know about it. I know that sometimes it's very frustrating, but the college rules was very, very easy to do. Okay, the games were very, very quick, and even though sometimes your opponent did wild stuff, it was over so fast, it was like whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like you were in there for a long period of time and it was just wild, savage action going on forever. You know, it was a very limited time to actually, you know, get that done. So I think it worked out for everybody that was able to do it and got that glitched up. I think you got like 140 trophies instead of getting 40 or something like that. And I think EA patched it eventually, but little things like that will happen when you are the first to, you know, go out there and complete it, which is why, you know, I recommend that you do it. I know you guys have families, you guys have lives. That's why I don't put pressure on it. Listen, I'm not going to put pressure on any of you guys. I got youngsters and I got, you know, I got older guys, I got veterans, I got all you guys that are doing, you know, a lot of different schedules. So I just give you the information. You know, after that, we have to decide together, you know, how we get it done, you know, from that point, you know, going forward. So I'm going to try to finish this up. If I can't do it right now, because I don't know how much more I'm going to need. Okay, he's at 75 and he's not, hold up, how long is that up for? What was that for? Because I could probably wait this out. That's 75. This is up for 1 hour 65. 48 minutes for that. Yeah, bro, you guys ain't trying to wait. I'm about to spend the 75. It's going to hurt though, because I could use the rest of it, but you know, it is what it is. And with the way his price was, I know a lot of you guys are probably like, yo, could you have bought the full card? His full card price, we'll check it, but it was very, very ridiculous. It was over 400K, well, like almost 500K. So usually with these type of situations, I just try to go ahead and complete the set and see what's going on, because sometimes you'll get a decent enough snipe to where it's okay. So this one right here is 23. I don't know what the last one is, but we can go check that right now, and then we can probably, you know, get really, really lucky. What is that? All right, so they want 22K for that. So we need 22,000 coins. Who do we have to raid sell instantaneously to go ahead and get that, to see if we can actually accomplish that during the video? It's going to be very, very interesting to see how they're going to actually do that. So let me go ahead and jump into the item binder and check it out and see what we're doing with that. Again, the differential will be about, you know, 30 to 40K. If I were to buy him like right on the auction house, that's pretty much what it would look like. As a matter of fact, I don't need any more Series 1 collectibles, right? I think we got all of the Series 1 tokens. We got all the max stuff, so we could take that 3,000 out of that right quick. All right, so we have to go back to the cards. We'll go back to all. I don't think we have anything that we can actually raid sell. Do we? Okay, Darius Slay, low-key, you've been kind of, you know, doing whatever you want. I want to raid sell you, but it's not in the best interest. All right, this guy, how much you going for? You're really going for 22? That'll actually be perfect. You about to get raid sold, dude. Like, yo, bro, bomb mitzvah, dude. Like, this dude is gone, bro. Like, let's get it, dude. 19K, and then you're just out of here, and then we'll figure out what we got to do afterwards with that. If he sells for that, that'll put us over what we need, and then we'll be good to go. And I think somebody will snatch him up, because he's one of those fast linebackers. But we got Patrick Queen now, so it doesn't really matter about him. If he sells, we should be good to go. Other than that, we could get rid of D4, but we need him for 49er chem. We do have these power-ups, but we're using them also for 49er chem. Larry Allen and Rod Woodson. Joe Thomas. Could we sell you too? 74. I don't know. We're gonna have to. We probably would end up getting him back later, but we could just go ahead and sell him now. Why am I there? Okay, we could go ahead and sell him right now to kind of see what we could do with this. Make sure we get everything popping off right with that. So, bam. At least if one of them sell, we'll be closer. We could have probably went 18 with that Devin Bush though. John Lynch, I don't think we're going to complete. Well, nobody's really buying that. That's 4K. So that's pretty much what we have to do right now. We have to wait for one more card. What just sold? Which one sold? What was that? Something sold, because it just came that alert, but it didn't tell us what happened. No, nothing sold? All right, whatever then. Oh, just telling us that we won an auction? Thank you for letting me know that, dude. All right, so let's go back to Gonzalez real quick, just to give you guys some insight into what he would cost right now, because the last that I checked, he was way expensive. So we go 90.91. Let's take a look at what he's doing. Okay, so 445. Where were we at? Like 380. Bro, oh, somebody just put him up. We could have actually afforded him right there. Somebody just dropped him with 55 minutes left, because that's what I saw him at, like 486. And then we could have got this snipe right here and barely got it out once we got rid of those packs. So we just really, you know what I'm saying? We probably took a little bit of an L on that. Hold up, 6175. Yeah, a little bit, because it's a little bit over 445 if you guys add up everything that was there. But this is what I was looking at prior to the video. It was like 486 average. It came down from 600K to 486. So it is what it is. We need a little bit more to get it done. So after I get that done, what I'm going to do after that, I don't really have anything else left in my binder right now as far as training goes, because I refuse to buy a bundle right now. So the only other option that we're gonna have to, you know, consider is go through some of the power-ups and see what we can sell, get those out, nickel and diamond a little bit. You know, when you got to get coins, you know what it is, bro. We figure it out, sell some of these things off, and then we'll power him up, and then I'll update you guys with what's actually going on with him. Well, Drew Bennett, I don't think we're going to go back to Drew Bennett, because he's, like I said, he's a route runner, and he's not a guy that, you know, we're going to actually need to utilize right now. So we'll go ahead and get rid of him for about 4,800, see if somebody will go ahead and snag him. And that's pretty much it for you guys. So I think at least, you know, you guys should probably power up Tony Gonzalez for now to that 88, because he was still burning dudes with the 82 speed, simply because of his archetype. And then we'll figure everything else out later on. But that's something that I would urge you guys to kind of take advantage of now. So that way, you know, you're a step ahead of the game when it comes down to it. Because, you know, things can get really wild fast. And at least we know that once we complete that Tony Gonzalez, we at least have that 400K. That's a huge part, because I know now that you see the way that guy, whoever put it up for that cheap, we still have it's going to be about 400K, you know, at least for the week. So if anything goes wrong or we get like a leak and, you know, people tell us that other cards are coming out, we'll easily go and rage sell him. And then pretty much from that point on, we'll be good to go. And that's it. All right, guys. So I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. Definitely take a look at it. See if you want to power that up. Get that stuff done. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have an unbelievable day. Enjoy NFL Sunday. Until next time. One love, y'all.